Well, they revealed the Jaguar car. This is the Jaguar concept. It's the Type 00 or Type 00 concept revealed at Miami Art Week. That great British brand, that legacy definitely has got a place in Miami. Yeah, okay. These designs are shit. They're crap. I think personally, they actually leaked before they actually leaked before the whole reveal, which was hilarious, very 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 funny. But they're not very good. But I thought what we would do is we would take a look at their presentation, all right? Because they talk through some reveals and stuff, and it's just bad generally. So let's take a look, shall we? Should be able to hear that, I think.
Good evening, Miami. Jaguar celebrates fearless creativity, so where better to launch its reimagining than here at Miami Art Week? Getting attention in today's...
Look at them real quick. Look at the cars.
Reimagining. Do you know what, though? I think they look all right. They look like a Phantom. No. Yeah, they look like a Rolls-Royce Phantom, right?
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
I mean, it's better than a Ford Fiesta, right?
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Obviously, that weird pink color is shit. But imagine if it was in like charcoal or black, and it was made by Koenigsegg. I'd be like, yeah, well, that's kind of cool.
Well, let's just listen to a bit more. Let's listen to a bit more of this.
Week. Getting attention in today's world is not always easy. And I assume all of you and those following from around the world may have read a thing or two about the new Jaguar brand. And we're delighted to have your attention.
So just straight away, they try to irritate people. So they're going off the premise of all publicity is good publicity. It's not, mate. It's not. That's not. No, that's not. That's not how it works. Not at all. Nah. This ain't it, Chief. This ain't it. So we'll keep listening because he raises some interesting points that I want to get to before we start to sort of look at the designs anyway.
Controversy has always surrounded British creativity when it's been at its best. David Bowie, Vivienne Westwood, and architect Richard Rogers were some of my creative heroes.
Do you know who Richard Rogers is, Bo?
Yeah, didn't he? He did Lloyd's of London, didn't he? Yeah.
He's a shit architect.
Yeah, like
he's a modern architect.
Yeah, where things are on the outside. That building's famous for all the pipes and all the infrastructure, everything that's sort of needed for the actual building to function correctly is on the outside, leaving the inside as sort of open as possible. But the net result of that is that the outside of it looks like a complete dog's dinner. It's just a complete mess.
These are his designs.
And post-Marxist people say, "Oh, isn't it brilliant? Isn't it beautiful?" It's like, no, it's horrible. Obviously, it's horrible.
This is dog shit. Awful designs. And this is one of the individuals that inspired Jaguar. It's terrible stuff. Look at this.
It's like they haven't taken the scaffolding down yet, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's horrible. Yeah. But that's postmodernism, post-structuralism for you, isn't it? Is that the ugly, you're supposed to think that ugly things are beautiful. You're supposed to think that the baddie has got redeeming features. You're supposed to think that black is white, that up is down, that evil is good, all that sort of thing. And it's just, the vast majority of humans are like, no.
Okay. Yeah, look, when I first saw this, he's going to keep talking, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's going to keep. Yeah. Well, yeah.
All right.
We're paused a little bit. Did you want
to? When you look at the profile, when you see the front of the car, you're like, that thing is going to suck ass to drive, and it's going to eat all the electricity because it's got giant amounts of drag. Then you look at the side, and the back half of the side profile is not terrible. You know, and I like the pushed out fender in the rear.
Well, that's just taken from an F-Type. That's
Right,
just
right,
F-Type
yeah.
fenders. But
But-
so, okay,
but,
sorry, keep going.
no, it's just, I mean, when you see the inside of these cars, you're
They're
like,
terrible.
that's non-functional.
I haven't
That's
seen
terrible.
the inside at all.
Well,
I'll be
Yeah,
quiet.
let's
Yeah.
listen to a little bit more, and then we'll go through the design.
Yeah.
Activity when it's been at its best. David Bowie, Vivienne Westwood, and architect Richard Rogers were some of my creative heroes. They were British trailblazers who challenged convention and had no desire to copy the norm. In the same way, when Jaguar was at its best, it threw away the car design rulebook and created E-Type and the XJS. These were objects of desire. Sir William Lyons, our founder, many years ago said, a Jaguar should be a copy of nothing. Don't be held back by the past. Be brave, be fearless, copy nothing. Create new objects of desire. These were exactly the words I used to brief my creative team. Type 00 is the first physical manifestation of the new Jaguar brand that's influenced by the desire to recapture the essence of Jaguar's original creative conviction. This is a taste of things to come. And those of you who know me know I don't believe in concepts unless they become a reality. Look at its jaw-dropping proportions.
Well, let's talk about the proportions, because you said it looked like a Rolls Royce, right?
Well, a little bit the front anyway, a little bit like a Phantom.
A Rolls Royce has a long hood, long bonnet, because you know it's got quite a big engine. This is an electric car.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great for like shoving like people that you're trafficking in that front boot.
Well, but I mean, even the rear boot, right? Like, or the trunk, whatever, the boot, for instance, the load lift, like you have to lift something quite high to get over there. Like the load lip is massive.
I don't know. Maybe that whole air conditioner box in the back opens up. You don't know that.
It does not.
I was thinking just the front grille. Obviously, it's not a grille because it's an electric car, but just the grille shape or silhouette of it is a little bit like a Rolls Royce Phantom. But I mean, not even that really. And obviously, it's the thing is, he was talking about. He said, not to be held back by anything that's been, like what Kamala Harris would always say, that line, don't be held back by what's been. It's like, yeah, nonsense. That's lefty commie bullshit. Next thing. And then he's saying, we won't copy anyone. Well, it's not that new. It's not that innovative. You've totally copied the design of loads of different things. What are you talking about?
It looks, it's a bit like a cross between, I view this as a bit of a cross between a Rolls Royce, Porsche Panamera, because the Porsche Panamera has this weird like back end thing, and a Chrysler Crossfire, because that again has this weird little back end.
That's the back end, yeah. That's definitely, and I actually said that myself. But look at the distance between the wheelbase. Look how extended it is. And the tires are pushed out all the way to the edges of the. I mean, like as far apart as they can be, dang near the corners of the car. And again, I mean that can work and all, but look at that beam down the center. I'm like, look, it's a Chris Craft boat. You're literally, this is driving a boat because of the front end. That's an unnecessary front end for an electric car, as you pointed out. It's got huge drag issues. The efficiency of this has been you're reducing what mileage you could eke out of this particular car before it sets itself on fire.
Well, they think it's going to do 430 range with 1,000 horsepower. It's not going to do that. It's not
1,000 horsepower. No. What?
That's what they said in this presentation.
What?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Well, it's all wheel drive. It's each of those wheels is individually powered by a motor, electric motor, which has all torque available immediately.
But you're still not going to get you won't get 1,000 horsepower for 430 miles.
1,000 horsepower is monstrous. It's like when people say, "Oh, I do 500 sit-ups or something." No, you don't. You don't get anywhere near that. No, you don't. It's like a wrestler comes out and they're like, he weighs 300 pounds. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Oh, my car's got 800 horsepower. This has got 1,000 horsepower. No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. Stop exaggerating stuff. No. 1,000 horsepower. No.
Yeah, it's what they think. Which, yeah, but let's look at the inside. So this is where's the inside?
You had it a minute ago. I was looking at it. I said it's a Chris Craft. It's a Chris Craft boat. Look at that thing.
Oh. Look at this. So you've got this like panel right down the middle, which is the most ridiculous thing ever because you like. It's so impersonal, like you're separating yourself from your passengers. Just weird. Like and this is a horrible steering wheel shape. Like no one if you ever try to drive a car with that as a steering wheel, I mean, I appreciate it'd be drive by wire, so I assume what they'll try and do is it'll be like
it's a yoke on a plane,
progressive steering. So if you're going quite slowly, it'll progressively change the speed at which it moves the thing, so you don't have to do a full rotation. So the sort of steering angle is quite tight, but it's still uncomfortable to use.
It's like like a Formula One steering wheel where it's more like that shape. It's not an actual circle shape because when you're racing, you keep your hands like that and they don't move. Like when you're karting or any sort of racing. But a normal person, when they're driving a car, you do all sorts of stuff, don't you? Like you do all sorts of stuff. You don't want to hold the wheel like that, so you're like perfectly. You don't like that.
I want to see. I want to see this rear end open. I want to see this.
It won't have a rear view window, by the way.
No, it doesn't have a window.
On cameras.
Yeah.
So there's no rear view. There's no rear window. There's no rear view mirror. It's all cameras. Which the cameras, just as an FYI, are down. That's the camera in the side of the car. It will get dirty instantly.
Especially that's what in the UK.
It's in front of the fucking front wheels. So dumb. So dumb.
Wait a minute. That's going to have to be a crazy. Holy crap. That thing's terrible. Did you see that thing open up?
Yeah. Like,
holy crap.
What is that? Like, is that the boot? Why?
That is so hideously ugly.
Look at it.
Dude, does it look like the side cameras kick out far enough to see past the freaking wheel extensions on those fenders?
It doesn't.
Good Lord.
And they chose to replace the
classical Jaguar
shot of the Jaguar with JR.
Yeah. Yeah, the old logo of an actual Jaguars of a Jaguar, right? That's cool. It's like a powerful predatory beast, right? It's cool, and it's really old and venerable and steeped in history and all sorts of stuff. And you're going to replace it with that like a 17-year-old A-level design student came up with in 2 minutes.
I wish they'd copied something.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible.
The other quick thing I wanted to say is he mentioned Vivienne Westwood. Vivienne Westwood is one of the most obnoxious lefty globalist dickheads in the world, and all her designs are monstrosities. And
that's one of his personal heroes, mate.
Yeah,
and David Bowie, I love a lot of Bowie's music.
Yeah,
but he was basically a pedo. An unconvicted one basically said openly that he had sort of 14 and 15-year-old groupies back in the 70s. It's like, oh, okay, Dave. Oh, don't say that again out loud. But no, Vivienne Westwood, the guy's like someone in the chat just called him like an idiot gammon or something. He's obviously a lefty. I bet he's like a Corbynista or at least sort of pro-Starmer type dude.
Yeah.
Just horrible. Someone in the chat called it Faguar. Thought that was quite funny.
You haven't seen that before? I think even
No.
he said that before.
I've said
Look,
that before,
yeah, look, I'm gonna show you this. This is what like another Jaguar coming out could look like. This is from one of my followers and supporters. It's got the right paint job.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's about right, isn't it?
honestly though, I mean, look, these things are, I'll just say it this way. These are concept cars. I know he tried to say, well, I want to make this, right? Baloney. These are never going to be made. There's no practical way forward on this car. Like I said, you could probably eke another 50-mile range out of this, if not more, by fixing that front end and making it more aerodynamic. And not only that, if they want to say this is original, there was a GM Cadillac concept car that looked like a tuxedo that had the exact same front end. It was a little more. It was a lot more square in the back, but even it had more aerodynamics. Look, there it is.
No, this is the test mule. So this is the car that Jaguar is currently testing.
Or are they really trying to do this?
Yes, mate. Yeah.
No, they're not.
This is their test mule. This is a production vehicle.
I know what you're saying. They're really making these?
Well, it's
yes, I know that the camouflage pattern I know is a throw off, because they don't want
They're taking a large portion of the design language. You can see that, but this is a 2-door GT car. It's not the same as the concept, but it's got the same front end. You can see that.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's got the same interior. It's actually got wing mirrors for a start, which is good. I don't know. I don't know what I'm guessing it's just going to have the same front end. I don't know what else they're going to do with it, but this is the car that they're currently testing anyway. So
this is hideously ugly. They're camouflaging it 3 ways to Sunday, and I still I do not want.
It looks like a brick.
Do you know
an ugly brick?
Do you know the car at Goodwood? It got the hill climb record called a McMurtry. You know that one?
No.
Have you seen that? It's an electric car and it's got the hill climb record, so it's like insanely fast and cool looking. McMurtry Sperling. I don't know how you pronounce that, but
no, you're right. Yeah, Sperling.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now that's how an electric car could look cool. I think.
I just don't see why like electric cars have to look electric. Just make them look like an actual car, like a nice car. Stop making electric cars look dog shit.
I want one of these McMurtrys.
Idea of the future. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they all look like they all look like they want to be an iRobot.
Yeah. Yeah, you're trying too hard to live in the 2050s or something.
Yeah. It's like,
I want one of these.
They're not nice to look at. Just stop.
Yeah, put up a picture of it, Culture, if you got it.
Oh man, these things look so cool. Okay, hang on.
You should see the hill climb record at Goodwood. It's like it's AI. It's like, am I even seeing this? you know, sometimes when an extremely fast single seater, like an Indy car or a Formula One car or something, it almost looks unreal. How fast it's going around corners.
That's cool.
Right?
Dude, watch this guy get in this thing. I'm like, I want this car like today.
If I had endless money, I would try and get one. I think there's like only a few in the whole world or whatever.
Look at those things.
Yeah, so that's cool.
But when it goes and off the line, it's like, whoa, did I just see that? Is that real? That wasn't real, was it? Yeah, it's faster than a Formula One car. No Formula One car has ever gone up the hill at Goodwood faster than that.
You have to sign up to get one of these things.
Yeah, I think there's very few ever been built, essentially. Like, honestly, less than half a dozen.
I'm not exactly tall, but I'm not sure I could get in the car.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a traditional sort of cool looking sports car, right? Like it's got shades of the McLaren F1 in there.
It looks like the really nice GB models. It looks like it almost looks like an Alfa, like one of those super fancy Alfa Romeos they have now that are basically race cars. Man, that is a beautiful car.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, Culture,
That's
when
really
you
cool.
see it go though,
Dude, I
that-
don't even have to see it. I imagine this thing is
it looks
ridiculous.
fast, doesn't it? Like there's some Lambos, it's sitting still, and you're like, that looks like it's going fast when it's sitting still.
So that's a good point, right? Is that the so this whole nonsense of this car, for instance, right? It's got 1,000 horsepower. Does it? Does it? Doesn't look fast. And that is part of it, right? A car that is fast is supposed to look fast. It's supposed to look like it's going fast without moving. That's one of original car designers sort of that's one of the elements that they try and incorporate into a car, is that it's supposed to look fast without it even moving. It's supposed to have an aura around it. This just looks like, I don't know, not a fan.
There will only be 100 of these cars made.
Are you talking about those?
The ones we were just not these garbages. The Spearling. There's only 100 of these going to be built.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's get some super chats about this, because you guys have been dropping in on some of these things. So Stephen McBride says the grey car looks legit cool, very Art Deco. It's blue, actually.
Blue, ba-ba-dee, ba-boo, ba-boo, ba.
Hemorrhoid Hurt says that design is the ST Picard of cars. Brilliant. We got some more as well over on Streamlabs, so we'll get to them now. So Aurora Uplinks says, I have to be honest, I sent Jaguar some car tips, but I'm regretting not also suggesting them putting a 5-foot-long Jaguar statue on the roof in a leaping, jumping motion. Because if you're going to be daring, use cats. Women love cats. Joke.
That's right.
Yeah, not joke.
No, that's true. Women love cats.
Yeah. The real Thierry Bolloré says, Nate, congratulations. We at Jaguar have selected your YouTube channel to be one of the lucky few to broadcast sponsorships for Jaguar. I mean, come on, bring it back. No.
That's so great.
Another one from Aurora says, like the giant bug on Dale's dead bug van, King of the Hill reference. But in all seriousness, most of my suggestions were all designed to be helpful to the consumer and company. It's just my mind comes up with dumb ideas if left alone long enough. Personally, I think Jaguar should just make a car pooling SUV that is good for rich businessmen who have to carry an entourage and style. It could be a hybrid, so you can travel cross country, etc., without being tied to just electric. Well, that's the thing. You are tied to electric with this.
Boogie, woogie, woogie.
That's just
and it's going to get, these cars are over 100 grand pounds. So it's like $150,000.
Yeah, I thought
it'll
it was
be over that.
I thought it was
well
132. Yeah, I thought it was 132.
Yeah, that's base. You'd be like 200 grand, 200,000 pounds to buy it, plus options even more. Plus in the States, car tax and because they don't MSRP, they put it up, etc. These are like £250,000 cars. Like, nah, mate. No, I'm buying that shit.
Yeah, why would you?
Buying that?
Why? 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 By the way,
sort of sorry, Coach.
No, please.
I was just going to say, for that sort of money, hardly anyone's going to buy them, right? It's for that money you can get a second-hand almost anything, right? Other than the super bespoke. Like Lamborghinis or like
I could get a Bentley for that.
Right, you could get almost anything secondhand for $250,000. You're not going to want one of those. The fact that they, stating the obvious, but they should have appealed to rich boomer guys. Rich boomer guys are not going to buy that. They're just not going to. Sorry, you go, Culture.
No, I just updated what our next story is for the 5th time since we've started the show.
We're gonna get
you need to get to it soon because it keeps going.
We're literally just about to.
Okay, but no, I was going to say about this car. I mean, I live in the land of Cybertrucks and Bentleys and real Jaguars and Rolls Royce and Ferraris, and I mean, it like one of the guys across the way has like a 14-car garage, so. It's just like it's the guy right behind me has he's got like a special set of lifts in his garage so he can move all of his different Corvettes. He's got all these different models of Corvette in his garage. So anyway, it's like nobody I know is going to buy that car. No, none of these guys are going to buy that car. They might go back and buy an old XJ12, right? Or one of the, like what was it, an XKE? They might go back and get one of those, but they're not going to get one of. They're not going to get this. They're probably running terrified from those I-Paces. Those things, man, holy cow! You realize here in the States they recalled almost 3,000 of them for starting on fire.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Even Jay Leno, like, pass.
Yeah, dude, and he sets himself on fire all the time.
I got endless money and space, but pass.
That's true. Well, there you go, Jaguar. We will stay tuned on this because it is comical as hell. But we will move on now.